As you heard, my name is Timothy Kimaniwa Degwa. That's what the government knows me by, and I'm happy to be here.
So now talk to us about yourself and tell us,
Okay.
you know, I do know you had the security of a job as an actor, but then you moved to become an online comedian. How did that happen?
Now,
Tell us
long
about
story.
that.
So it was the year 2016. I remember very well because this was the life-changing year. So by then I was the best. Njugush was the in thing. You know, every man I used to meet out there used to tell me, my wife loves you, you should arrange and meet. You know, I was the in thing. And unfortunately, 2016 was the time when we decided now the Real Housewives of Kangwara was going to go to the next step. By then, my scriptwriter was Abel Mutua. So he is a genius. So when we are planning on how to take the show to a new step, the executive producer at the time had other minds. So he called Abel to her office and told him, you know, we want to revamp this show. But it's, in essence, she just wanted Abel out of the way because now Abel wanted some, you know, when the show ends, we call them credits. So Abel wanted his logo, as we are talking about logos, to be somewhere in the credits, so that when the show in Aisha, you see scripted by Abel Mutua, casting Abel Mutua. So they had a company. So they wanted just the logo of the company to appear. So the madam said, no, you know, we can't work like that. So it's either you go or you just stay mom and leave us do our business the way we do. So Abel opted to leave. Hi, I'm just there. So we've hit 100 episodes.
Okay.
And
This is for Kawangware now.
Yes. And we needed to be, you know, we needed our salaries to be increased because hadn't been increased for the longest time for the 100 episodes. So I called guys to my place. By then I was living in Kino, and we agreed, you know what, we are not going to sign another contract. And we were together. Right. 2 weeks later, I get a call from the production manager. She asked me, Njugush, are you not coming to sign the contract? I told her, no, we agreed with guys, we're not going to sign new contracts. So, okay, that's where we left it. 1 week later, I see my fellow actors posting pictures on Instagram, set manenos, you know, they're already shooting. And I'm at home waiting to sign a new contract.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, wait, what? Set manenos, and I'm home manenos.
Yeah.
So 1 week, another 1 week elapsed. I called now, Kiburi Kapungua. I called and asked them, hey, what's happening? Are you not calling us for that meeting? I said, no. Your fellow guys came and signed the contract and now we are good to go. Okay. Kimeumana.
I know.
So that in a sense meant that I quit the show. But now this is the thing. For the next 8 months, we were jobless. I remember there was a time I was called at Standard at KTN for an interview. Njugush, he's here to tell us why he quit the Real Housewives. Welcome. The show was over. And now the guy who was interviewing me finishes his shift and now it's time to go. I'm at the parking. I didn't have fare. I didn't have a car. I didn't have fare for the matatu. Okay. So what am I doing at the parking lot? I don't have a car. But you know, you must say there like, yeah. So the guy asked me, can I give you a lift? No, I'm waiting for someone who's going to come and pick me. Through this, I was waiting for my wife, girlfriend at the time, to send me, I think it was 70 shillings. Okay. Then after the 4 months, that's when we did our wedding with my wife. She quit her job because apparently I told her I'm an artist, I can be able to feed her.
Yeah, I know.
So the 4 months, we used to sleep and nothing else because we don't have jobs. I realized I had a following. Okay. So due to boredom, I could post something on Instagram. People loved it. So one day, I had a brilliant idea. It was a silly joke that I made about how guys in Ushago, the Harambes in Ushago. So I decided to do a clip about DJ Mo, about the celebrities we have. So in that clip, they give DJ Mo, I think, gave 100 bob. DJ Soxy gave 5 shillings. That video was so funny, it went viral. And now I made sure I mentioned guys who are known so that it resonates with people. So that video did very well. It went viral. And then that's when we realized we could do something with our idol, whatever, with our spare time, which was actually all the time. We did 2-3 more videos and realized, wait, guys are actually loving. Now, this is when we realized we could make money. We got a call from someone and told us, I've seen what you're doing. Can we have a meeting? I want you to put my product on your platforms. So we knew hatutarara jana tena. We knew now this is it, yeah? So I had to go with the manager. Who is the manager? It's Wakavinya, it's my wife. My wife is the manager. I excused myself because I said, I want to look professional, which is not the case at that particular time. So I told them, I just deal with the creative, she deals with the business side of it. So I excused myself. Coming back, my wife had made a very good deal. Per video she charged 5,000. It was okay. But my wife was also smart. She said, no, we cannot do one video. We need to do like 10 so that we get 50,000. So it was agreed we do 10 videos for 50K. For us it was good money. Unfortunately, the guy on the other side wasn't willing to pay. He only paid for 2 videos. So that was 10,000 for all those videos. Okay. It was really sad, but that's the moment we realized someone was willing to put money on what we are doing. So after that one person, we agreed with my wife, now what we are going to do, we are going to create more videos, because we realize again, you leverage well when you have more numbers in terms of selling. If you are telling someone your product will be seen here, I have more numbers than ABCD. So that's what we decided to do. Let's build on numbers. But what kept us going, I think it's the passion. When you're doing something you love. Because for us, at first, it was about likes and views. And the shares, and you're like, guy, imefikisha 2,000. And it's everyone.
I see. Yeah. Now, talking about the numbers, and we know, with the online space, it's about how many do you have following you. Talk to us about that journey. How did you come now from one person trusting you to so many trusting you?
I think the best, especially online, the best following you can have is the organic following. Ours, we decided let's build it organically. So it's one day at a time. Slow. It's very slow actually, because today you wake up, you have 27.1, tomorrow you wake up 27.1, tomorrow about 1, 27.1, tomorrow about 2, 27.1, tomorrow about 3, 27.1, tomorrow about 4.
Does it never come down? Does it come down?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I've never noticed it coming down. Okay. But what it does, it stagnates. It never comes down. Okay. But you find that at time it will stagnate depending now on what people are doing. Are they really active on the platforms? Yeah. And something also we learned is that to cut across all, it's very difficult, especially when you consider that we have different audience. Because I've realized Facebook are willing spenders. Facebook has everyone. Because now we have different demographics in online. You find, for example, Twitter is the smart, the savvy, the woke. They call themselves the woke. Yeah, so there are some jokes they can't take. They're the woke. And and you'll be very careful. Like, for example, there's some jokes I put there. They're like, hey, see your favorite comedian. I'm like, ooh, na vile Facebook wamekufa. Yeah? Because you find Facebook, we have everyone. Like, for example, my dad is on Facebook. Very able people are on Facebook. Our mothers, there are some women, the Kilimani moms came from such. They are very willing to spend. But I don't want to go to Kamukunji. So what do? I need someone to put up a shop, aweke hizo vitu, and then they deliver at a fee, 150. Facebook, they are really willing to spend. Now on Instagram, there are people who know what they want. They could be willing to spend if clearly informed. So according to us, how we've seen our data analysis is that now from Facebook we come to Instagram, and then Twitter, and then YouTube. Funny story about YouTube. I didn't know YouTube was big. Yeah. Currently, I think we are at 160,000 viewers. That's a big deal. Subscribers. So what we used to do, we do all our videos and then we pile them on YouTube. Until one day I'm called by the YouTube guys, hey, we have a trophy for you. You just hit 100,000 subscribers. Wait, what? And it was just like that. So it's all about organic. Because one, creativity doesn't, sometimes you'll find you don't have creative juices and whatnot. So what I do, I make sure.
Creative juices?
Yes.
Yani is called that?
Yes.
Okay.
They flow. Yeah, creative
juices.
Yeah. What you do is that if I said I'll post on Wednesday and someone is waiting for me to post on Wednesday, if they come on Wednesday and there's nothing, they'll be like, hey, Njugush squeezy amezembea, he doesn't have content. So what I do, I make sure I don't have a day to post, but in a week I'll have to post either once, twice or thrice. That way you'll keep coming back to my
to see
and when you're coming back, you'll find I have something for Kolea. okolea, get something today. So tomorrow when you're coming, you find now the video. So you keep coming back for more. I was talking about the affordability of online because it's kidogo money compared to the amount of money spent on TV and everything and time.
Yeah.
Because I only take like 5 minutes to come up with the recorded whatever.
Content.
Edit 5 minutes. In 10 minutes, I have a video I've posted. That video, if I were to make it into money making whatever, because we have two different types of content we make. The organic generic yenye haina product for entertainment purposes, and because if you give people too much content about selling watakuacha nasema wanatengeza pesa na you know Kenyans. Yeah, so we have so I figured if I did one video, it can take care of a budget for one episode for TV. So when you think about it in terms of operational cost and everything, online for us it's way more affordable.
How do you position your brand for certain products and for certain companies, or would you go everywhere you're called?
After going down and then now coming up, I realized about something about the brand. One, Njugush out there is someone who can do anything. If I came here with a funny looking shot, guys will be like, Aki Njugush, he's usually like that, and I'll be allowed in. Vis-a-vis, Swale Mdoe comes with the same. Akuja na Kinyasa, you're like, is this that bad? What's happening to Swale Mdoe? So when I came to learn about my brand, I learned that's how people perceive me.
Okay, yeah.
Two, I learned I learned that the kind of audience I appease to is the family kind of setting, because you'll find someone telling me, my mother loves you. So what that informs is the choice of brands also you work with. Like for example, I'd never do a beer ad.
Okay.
Hata ukiekelea pesa ngapi hapa?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. I'll never do, because personally I don't drink. Yeah. So for me, I think that informed it, and especially when you look at the kids, you're like, and that's why Twitter doesn't really give me much pressure, because I know my content, yes, Twitter is fine, but my content mostly will appease kids and maybe mature audience and whatnot, and youngings one in a while. So that's me, and that's how I've chosen.
It's good to be aware of your target audience.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the trends. Because the online space can be a bit tricky. Trends are always changing, new things and it's really moving very fast. So how do you make sure to stay relevant and afloat?
One, what I do is remaining current in our content. In whatever I do, you want to give people current something they'll relate with. If watu wanafufuka because that's the in thing. In terms of keeping with the current affairs, for our content that works magic, because that means you'll also never lack content to post, because new things are happening every day. In every field, we have different trends, of which some would work for us, some won't, depending on the particular products we have.